Should we bring them on?
Did you want to take control of this, Ryan? I think being someone that probably knows him the least. It wasn't a joke.
I found it funny. The least qualified.
Yeah, g'day.
Hello, is this Jimmy?
It is.
Jimmy,
G'day.
how's it going? You don't know me, but my name's Ryan.
Oh, g'day, mate.
G'day, thanks for being very accepting of my call. Now, I'm sitting here with some people you may know. Timmy D.
Never heard of him.
Cam Bisley.
Oh, hey, Cam.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
And Yap. Do you know Yap?
Yeah, I do.
Yep. Jub. Yeah, so basically what you're in the middle of now is a podcast. Do you consent to being on a podcast?
Yep. Never had that question asked before, but
We'll pay you as much as we do for the Charging Stallion gigs.
oh, sweet. Cool.
You might be able to buy some bread next week for you.
Barry's off bloody Cam, then, eh?
Well,
You still owe me a kebab from the other night too, Cam.
I'll get it to you. Give me a month.
All right, sweet.
sweet. Now, Jimmy, we're talking about feelings tonight.
I got heaps of them.
Do you want to take us through some of them, mate?
Oh, man, my knee's playing up. I bloody nearly did my knee at the bloody Lawsy Best On Ground Awards. I fucking cut my guts up. Need Johnny Badlove in the face.
Oh, you need Johnny Badlove, and that's why you got a crook knee.
Yeah. I thought it was my ACL, but I haven't been to a doctor, so I don't know.
Do you feel sorry for Johnny at all, or is...
No, mate. It was a good, solid iron contest, mate. It was eyes on the footy, mate. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is, mate. Now, what we want to... The reason we've given you a call is I hear you've got quite a good, unique, true blue Aussie bloody way of looking at things.
It's true. Who told you that?
That'll be Timmy, definitely. Now, what are you up to? Who's that in the background there?
That's Dan. He's just lunged himself a hottie, so he's coughing up in lunch.
You are a true blue. All right,
Yeah,
so
no, none for me though tonight, mate. None for me. I'm going to the Dawny tomorrow, mate.
the what?
The Dawn service, bro.
Oh, the Dawny.
Being that it's Anzac Day tomorrow and that.
Yeah, no, good.
Better man than us.
Yeah.
We're not going.
Yeah, there plenty of feelings there.
I don't know if you're a better man that we're not going. Because we're not going doesn't make you a better man, because you're getting blazed and going to the thing. You said you don't want one now, but I know you've probably about had 11 before tonight.
No, I'm off the hooch, mate. I'm off the hooch.
Hey, Mama G will be proud.
Yeah, proud as punch, mate. Proud as punch. And in answer to your question before, I certainly am a better person than all of you. Certainly, yeah. My feelings are actually skyrocketing at the moment. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. So, thanks for the phone call, dickhead.
All right. No, let me just get control of this here again. Now, before we were talking.
Hey, Cam.
No, that's Ryan here. We were talking about bloody middle.
I put Cam on.
All right. How are you, man?
Hey, Cam.
Hey, bro. Hey, so we've been kind of getting a little bit deep, talking about the first emotions that we ever felt as children, the first times we ever felt empathy. What I want to ask you, though, is when was the most recent time, tell me about the most recent time that you felt rage, like where something frustrated you so much that you almost couldn't contain that emotion, you're just so pissed off.
Well, when I found out Tim was there at a bloody comedy podcast and I didn't get a Guernsey, mate, I was fucking fuming.
Yeah.
What's a Guernsey?
A jersey.
Oh.
He didn't get on the team, and I did. He's cross about it.
Would you like to come on? Would you like to come on?
When's the next one?
Oh, I don't know if you get on the next one, but like we've got a plan for it.
We'll put it in the
Oh,
agenda.
yeah.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
about Jimmy. He's incredibly unreliable.
Oh, I didn't know that
one
about
of
you,
his
Jimmy.
one of his qualities, I think.
Yeah, shut up, Tim. You're talking about Johnny Badlove, mate. I bet you may have tried to call Johnny once or twice.
Johnny is another guy in our band that who is the most unreliable person ever. But Jimmy's a close second. He's a real close second.
Was it? You mean not showing up to gigs, not showing up to practice? Late? Are you a late?
Oh no, I was
Like me?
talking more about them being shit cunts.
Speaking of shit cunts, can someone else apart from Tim ask some questions?
All right, Jimmy. Now,
Yes.
we're talking about sort of middle class, sort of white things that happened, like you know, in the States you got the Bloods and the Crips, and that they'll do drive-bys, but you know, in you know, middle class white Australia, you'll do an egging. You know, you'll drive past and egg someone's car while they're asleep because it's real tough and you know shows them. Can you tell us anything that you've done along those lines?
Oh, that's tough.
What's the toughest thing you've done?
Oh, man. I just wake up each morning and just bang it out, mate. You name it. I've done it.
You're avoiding the question, kind of. We want a specific example there, Jimmy.
You ever punched someone, Jimmy?
Yep, I have.
What did they do wrong?
Oh, well, Mum didn't fucking give me dinner that night.
Jimmy. I was about to say,
I'm just kidding. I've never punched my mum.
We'll delete that bit.
what's your mum's name?
Joanne.
That's a lovely name, isn't it? She got it.
She's a lovely woman. That she's a top
She
duck,
is.
that one.
She is.
She a looker?
Oh, well, not so much these days. She wouldn't. She's gone. Well, you guys asked me to answer the questions truthfully. She's near 60, and she's seen better days. But she was a bloody looker, mate. That's definite bloody looker back in the day, mate. You need only look at me. I'm chip off the old block.
You're looking withered.
Okay. You chip of the 60-year-old block or the 50-year-old block, or
Yeah, where were you conceived?
That in round the bloody back of the Warhope RSL.
Jimmy, I'll ask you a good question. You often hanging out with you a lot. You get a feeling of wonder a lot, like amazement when you see certain things, and it's almost like this real happy enjoyment you get. What's something recently that you've gotten like a real enjoyment, like a fascinating feeling from, mate? Like, what's something that you've looked at lately and be like, yeah? Because I've seen you get excited about sunsets, rainbows. You're an excitable guy.
Nature's a big one. Love nature.
we're gonna get a snippet of that. It's gonna go in the intro. Love nature.
Yeah. What else?
Amazement.
What gets Jimmy
man.
G ticking?
Oh, just, man, you chuck a couple of chap laps, man. The birds on the street, honestly, down chat, I fall in love.
Can you
On a
explain a
daily
chap
basis.
lap?
So, Chapel Street, Windsor Prahran. I live in the Windsor ghetto, and Chapel Street's that is a real sight. It's one of Melbourne's must sees.
Is Dan coughing up a lung?
Yeah. Dan's not in the best state right now.
All right. Well,
So a chap lap is just you going up and down Chapel Street having a perv.
Yeah, no, well, not really. Actually, pretty much. Small minds, mate. It's simple things.
All right, Jimmy. This is actually one of my favourite chats anyone we've had on the show, but we're going to...
Shut up, Tim.
I wasn't being sarcastic. I was being sincere, mate. So we're gonna we have a bit of a tradition here, Jimmy, that we say good. Everyone says goodbye before we. So thanks, mate. You've been funny as ever. Always honest. Love it.
Yes, sweet as. Who's paying me? Hookers for jookers now. Hookers for fucking dollar bills.
Yeah, thanks for your contributions, Jimmy. I'll see you tomorrow and pay you somehow.
Yeah, thanks for having us, legends.
Yeah,
Have
mate.
a ripper.
Thanks, Jimmy. I obviously, maybe we have met. We could have been slaughtered, didn't recognise each other. But yeah, good chats, and I appreciated your unique point of view. We'll get you on the show sometime.
No worries, Cam. I'll see you soon.
We don't all sound the same.
Right, yeah, so say goodbye.
Oh, goodbye, mate. I'll see you maybe even tomorrow. What are you?
Yeah.
You're in
Jimmy,
Anzac?
Yeah,
We're going to celebrate
Jimmy's
Anzac.
coming to party tomorrow.
All right.
What time's that kicking off?
We're going to go to the Backpackers about 2:00.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I'm a bit busy, but I'll see you there.
All right, thanks,
See you, mate.
Jimmy.
See you, Jimmy.
All right.
Turu. Now he's Aussie, isn't he?
Man, such an Aussie bloke, and that's one thing I really like about him is that him and I are really good, really tight friends. And the one thing I really like about Jimmy is not only will, if you're around him, he'll just lay some thrasher calls on you, but him and I pick each other. When we're in a group of people, he's like, you know, when you have a good call and you're like, which one of my mates am I going to unleash this burner on? And we'll choose each other every time because we both know that we'll be the person to laugh the most if it's hit on each other. And that's what I really like about him is that he can take a joke, but he can land one on you just as quick, eh? Like, good bloke like that. Good Aussie bloke.
He's a good man.
When do you think it was that? Because we've all done it. Decided that our mates getting shit or feeling stink for any reason is quite funny.
Oh, real early on, eh? Like
It's the opposite of
real
empathy,
early,
eh?
like
Loving their pain.
I've had the same sort of group of mates from Brisbane since I was 4 years old. So like, I got that feeling real early that when your mates get hurt or something bad happens to them, that it's way funnier than it happening to a stranger.
I think things like Jackass and things like that have amplified it a bit more.
Do you reckon? Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe because our family's always taken, even my aunties and uncles, and what you were saying with your auntie, I'm sure the rest of you as well. Just fucking go at each other, and it's. And to make someone's obviously got to feel shit out of the situation for it to be funny. Who invented that type of humour?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's the best.
It's pretty funny good though. But I think the best part about doing it to your mates is that and talking about empathy before, is that when you do that shit to a stranger that you just met something, you feel kind of bad after. It's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that to that bloke. Like, I was a bit harsh, but you know that at any time you can pull it on your mates and not feel shit about yourself. In fact, a little part of you feels better. But you just put down one of your best mates. It's like, it doesn't make sense. But it's just like you know that you can get away with almost anything with your good mates.
I've got a mate who will blatantly fucking treat complete strangers the same way he'd treat his mates. Ooh. And they just do not know what to do. They hate him.
Yeah.
People have come to me and go, fuck, I hate that dude.
I've got a mate, Wad, that does the same thing. And
You just said his name.
yeah, I want him to. He knows.
He's weird.
He's my mate. Like, I could tell him. But no, he's a top bloke. But when I first met him, I thought he was a dick. And I've told him this too. When I first met him, I thought he was.
What did he say to you?
He went off at me because I made a joke with me and this other chick was saying that we're gonna get married one day, and he was friends with her girlfriend and said, nah, fuck you. Like,
Before you knew him.
yeah. And then
Was he having a laugh or was he?
nah, he was just like, nah, fuck you, man, and just walked off. And then I went up to him and I was like, well, what's your problem, mate? And then for like a couple of weeks I thought he was a dick, and then it turns out like he's a top bloke. Like he's one of my best mates now.
Cam, tell us one of the first, it probably wasn't your first interaction with him, but it was the first interaction that I've scene between you two.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't actually see it, but I was around at Meredith when he said something quite funny to you.
I don't even know if I know what this story is. What did he say?
So you'd obviously met a few times, but you weren't really mates.
Is this Wad?
This is Wad, yeah. And
Also,
gets out of there.
what is in a just quick plug? What is in a band called Wad? WOD, great Melbourne band.
Narcissistic.
Yeah, they are one of my favourite Melbourne bands. If you get the chance to listen to them, listeners, good WOD on Facebook.
So Wad goes to Cam. So you got a girlfriend? You gay? What?
I actually remember this too, and I thought it was. I remember you and me were together, and we lost our shit. You got a girlfriend, or you gay, or
There's a subtle little dance.
like
around.
you couldn't be a single man, like you had to have a girlfriend to prove that you were straight. Like there's no way you could be single.
Well, get one if you want to be straight, because no one's believing the lie. Cheers, Wad.
I was hoping that we
pretty
could
good.
have that like go on throughout the podcast, and eventually people would send in emails. Is Cam gay?
Whispers in brackets, like is Cam gay?
Never answer them. Always just dance around the topic, and then never answer
He
it.
doesn't have a girlfriend or anything.
He plays with his headphones when he's nervous.
Just keep that mystery about you, Cam. Keep that
Yeah,
mystery
keep
about
them all guessing. Straight though.
Yeah. During that big thing that we're talking about, then I've forgotten. But I was looking at you, Timmy, and I was like, wouldn't know what you looked like with just a normal haircut and no beard or facial
Do you want
hair.
me to bring a photo in?
Yeah, I would love to see a
okay.
photo.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I can do that, and we can do. We're gonna announce that we have a Facebook page.
Do we?
Yeah.
Ah,
Cool.
You're an admin, mate.
So is this? Is it just Bommyknockers? Yeah.
became a boss without an interview.
Bommyknockers podcast, I think.
Yep. Have a look up. We'll if we find anything interesting through the show, we'll put it on there. It might be a better way to react with you than through email. Actually,
My email.
We'll definitely get that a little bit more equipped in the coming podcasts.
We took some photos tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so hopefully by the time this airs and you hop on, it will be good to go. But yeah, if you have any pictures you'd like to see, or just if you want to know more about us, you can contact us through that as well, or even send in photos that relate to something that we've spoken about. I think any interaction with people listening would be a really enjoyable thing for us.
We're going to be over the moon when we get our first response.
Yeah.
I can tell you right
We should
now,
do a celebratory
if you
podcast
decide to respond
based
to
around
us,
that.
whether
them a
you,
prize.
no matter who you are, even if you're one of our mates, if you decide to respond to us, we will treat you like royalty in our podcast world for forever. You'll always hold a place. Get involved.
You can say first caller.
Yeah.
Well, you're not really calling, but
But if you think if you hesitate that second,
he's
and
not the first caller either.
if you hesitate for that moment and you get in second, you're shit to us.
Back on what Tim looks like without a beard, I've seen a photo and he just looks like a less trustworthy version of himself.
Wow.
Look more trustworthy with all the
Way
hair,
more.
sure.
You look way more friendly. That might be because of my affinity with JC. But I think that
If JC was a surfer, he would look like Tim.
For a second, I was thinking some shit hip hop rapper, JC.
JC. It's a Samoan Jay-Z. My name JC.
No, I have had a beard and long hair for quite a while, but 2 years ago was the last time I was shaven and clean shaven and had shorter hair, and I looked quite younger as well. But definitely a little bit more
Yeah,
mischievous.
still
way
quite young.
naughtier.
Yeah,
You might
right.
like him more without a beard, Ryan. He looks naughty
I
without
look
one.
real naughty.
Do I like naughty boys?
Yeah. That'll be the clip.
Ryan's wearing a priest
clip.
outfit right
Yeah,
now.
that's
That's
right.
what he came in tonight, a dress-up priest outfit. Imagine.
I asked him
Use
to
your
dress
imagination.
up. I found
He gave me an altar boy uniform that I chose not to wear for various
choice.
reasons. Yeah.
this leads into something cool that happened to me today, involving sort of
Naughty boys.
I don't know, like religious outfits.
Did you get a boner over a nun?
No. Well, I've just moved into this house. It's a share house, and it's sort of changed hands without, there's always been someone there. There's never been a full clean out, so there's stuff in cupboards, and there's stuff there that has been left and belongs to no one anymore. And I found like party supplies and things like that. And I went in the cupboard today because the flatmate fucking made the washing machine fucking overflow.
Okay.
And so we were looking for a mop, and I found a mop, and it had everything except the mop part. But in that same cupboard, I found a monk's outfit. and I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, that'll be good, when I'm on drugs sometime at a party.
Shave the top of your head as well. Bald.
Oh shit! Nah, that made me feel worried. Like I would get me wasted enough, and I'll be like, yeah, that's cool. But I don't think you could ever get Caro wasted enough to agree that shaving
Your head.
a fire touch in the back of my head.
I gave my fucking neighbour a haircut once, and it was lucky that he wanted to go bald because I left this fucking huge round patch on the crown of his head, so right around there. But I didn't tell him that I left it. I put the thing on and fucking went over it, so he thought it was done. Didn't last as long as I thought it was going to last. He found it pretty quickly. The neighbourhood kids had seen him, but he didn't go to school, which is what I was hoping for.
Damn it.
Adam Gradwell, if you listen, I'm sorry, mate.
You're not sorry at all.
Not at all.
Have you ever been in the place of Adam where you just felt completely embarrassed by your
A place
appearance?
of Adam.
In the same place that he put Adam in.
Oh.
Of just being embarrassed.
I thought you were getting biblical. Have you ever been in the place of Adam?
The Garden of Eden. What did you think?
What do you mean?
I mean, have you ever felt silly because of something to do with your appearance?
Oh, like last week when I was telling you about how I had to go fucking supermarket shopping in the silliest pants that I could possibly be wearing
Yeah.
the day that I shat myself at school. Remember, that's one example of just feeling fucking disgusted in myself.
Haircuts are a good one, though.
Yeah, I've had some fucking embarrassing haircuts.
I remember the first time I went to get steps.
The album.
No, the haircut.
Oh,
Like where they shave lines and they call them steps.
You get tracks.
I would
on the
hate to
side,
see
yeah.
So bad.
I was like fucking 10.
Even
9,
worse.
probably 8 or 9 actually. And first, because it took actually a couple of goes, because I went round to, it was Rex's bloody men's hairdressing or something like that in Frimley, on Oamahu Road. Rex, still plugging you. And what it was is, this is back in the 90s, I'd bike round there because it's stay at my nan's house. She'd give me, it's haircut time. There'd be $10 on the table because she would be at bingo or housey or Yuka or whatever the old lady bus picked her up for that day. And so I'd get on my bike and I'd go around to Rex's and I'd get a haircut, and then the $1 that was left over, I was like, I could get ice cream or some lollies or whatever. But at Rex's, he was just a plain old barber, old guy. And I was like, oh, can I get some steps this time? Because there's a few of the guys at school had steps, like shaved lines above the ear. And that's what it is it?
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Straight lines, yeah.
And he was like, oh, yeah, you want a sidewalk? And I was like, yeah, maybe that's what it's known in hairdressing circles.
On Oamahu Road.
So he's like, yeah, I'll do you one of those. And he sort of shaved my hair, and it was about a centimetre long on the sides. And then he just like shaved it real flat around my, like number 0 around my ears, and left it above it. So it was like a visible sort of gutter or step down. So it wasn't steps, it was just a sidewalk.
Fucking hell.
So-
Was it? Fuck. I shaved a fucking Abraham Lincoln into my face while I was in.
Into your face. Oh,
I accidentally cut off my moustache, a part of it, so I had to fucking cut it all off, and then I just had this fucking Abe Lincoln down the bottom. Oh man!
or the singer from Third Eye Blind, he rocked an Abe Lincoln.
A thin one, eh?
Well, this bullshit on over here is pretty thin.
Tried to shave off the front of my fringe once because, and I know it's not a good idol to have, but one of the guys off Jersey Shore was doing it, and I was like, okay, well, that's a good way to. I feel like I've told this story on this podcast to combat the hairline, because at the moment I've got a widow's peak. If you're one of our few listeners who doesn't know me,
do you reckon someone that had that?
Hang on, did you cut straight across
here? So I pretty much with a razor for the face. I shaved this bit real hard, that's the top of my forehead that I'm scratching right now, so that it made where the rest of my hairline has receded to be in one line. And all that's meant since that day 5 years ago, or whenever Jersey Shore first came out, is that now my fringe is extremely thin.
Can you find?
Been thin since
can
then.
you find a photo of you with that?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Because we're going to put that up on the page. That's going to be our profile pic for the next month.
Yeah, when this episode comes out, we can put a photo of it up.
I'm imagining it. Oh, fuck, now.
So much better in my imagination. It's one of my regrets.
I've done the Kinner fringe when I was a kid as well.
Everything but cut off but the fringe.
Oh,
everything but
so
the fringe.
jealous of that haircut at the swimming pools. Because those guys would always whip it. It looks so cool.
I actually had me and Jay Winton, my next door neighbour.
So you
we were best
got a
mates.
girlfriend, or you gay, or what?
Me and Jay both had these shaved heads and long
cool
fringe
looking at guys.
combinations. And, like I've said previously, we were rivals in a lot of things. And his mum was a hairdresser. So I used to go to his mum for haircuts. And I'd say, no, don't touch the fringe. I'm growing it. It's fine. Just do the back. She's like, oh, no, look, we need to get rid of the split ends, okay? So she would take about fucking 3 or 4 inches off at a time. So every time I went over there, fucking Jay had the longer fringe for ages. He ended up with the longest fringe in school. Fuck, I was furious. Debbie Winton.
Sabotaged you.
I remember I went in for a haircut when I was about 18. And it's the first time I grew my hair long and went in for a cut. And just this female hairdresser, she told me she'd never cut a guy's hair before. And I was like, oh.
Lucky you've got girls here.
Anyway, so I said to her, I was like, she goes, oh, what do you want to look like? What's someone's haircut you
Chad
want?
Kroger.
I said Kurt
Paddle pop
Cobain.
line.
I said Kurt Cobain.
Actually
and I
did.
said, yeah, and I was like, she's like, I didn't want to, but she said, name someone that you would want to, and I said, oh, I guess Kurt Cobain is.
And did you say, right, we're done.
Yeah.
Come
Anyway,
back when it's grown.
She starts cutting my hair, and at the end of it, I looked more like Olivia Newton-John than I did Kurt Cobain, like the haircut that she had off Grease. And I just remember being really embarrassed and going home and then continuing the haircut myself because I freaked out a little bit. And so I went and got some scissors and thought, I can fix this, like real optimistic. Made it much worse. I just looked like a fucking druggo from down the caravan.
I don't trust other people cutting my hair now, even though I can do some pretty terrible jobs on myself.
Do you always cut yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, last time I got my hair cut, well, 3 of us were me up Ryan together. I just went to one of our mates at Drinks and
Cut the fringe.
nicked to burn. Yeah, cut my fringe with a Stanley knife.
You wouldn't let me do it.
No.
I would
Still
do a
won't.
lot better job. Because your fringe looks shit. Nick the Burn, if you're listening, I'm a much better hairdresser than you.
I'm actually real happy with the job he did.
Once
you,
I had
you could be
fucking-
ecstatic.
the shittiest, ugliest bullshit dreads.
Did you have dreads?
It gets worse.
Oh, yeah.
Undercut.
Oh, I had an undercut.
I had a girlfriend at the time. It was okay, but fuck, they were disgusting. And I shaved them off.
The measure
One
of
day
whether
in
you
the-
look all right.
One day in
Hold down a
the
relationship.
morning, I just fucking shaved the rest of my head, but I left like 5 or 6 dreads just as a flap at the back of my head. Fuck, it's disgusting.
So you
man.
look like that guy from Futurama, the squid from behind. Like,
It was filthy. I wore a hat to school and sat down for media studies class, and these out of the blue, these fucking German exchange students who I know after just saying I had a girlfriend I shouldn't care about, but they were beautiful. And Johanna.
Yeah.
I felt fucking stink. Mainly because fucking Damien, this guy Damien, comes up, he's like, oh, hey, take your head off. Oh, take your head off. I was like, no, it's fine, mate. No, I'll cut my hair off, don't worry. And he's like, no, take your head off. Pulled it off. The tentacles fell out the back of my head and Johanna was watching. I felt fucking terrible.
So it's not really out of the blue if you gave that haircut to yourself. Like,
No, it was out of the blue that these exchange students had turned up at school. These beautiful ones.
They were babes.
it's not out of the blue that Damien said that. Is that
That's typical of Damien. Like, Damien's a bit of a that sort of guy.
He didn't have a great haircut though.
what's Damien's last
No,
name?
no. Damien had many shit haircuts.
Yeah.
Mullets usually, I think.
Yeah.
He just wanted to embarrass me.
Fair enough.
That was the gist of it. Yeah.
It goes along with.
Don't just jump on Damien's side.
It's part of what we were talking about before about mates. You know,
Nah, fair enough. Fair enough. These days, I think I'd be able to laugh at it. 15, 16, you're not
painful time.
You're not quite ready to fully embrace all your deficiencies.
Not even close.
While you're at high school.
No.
Now it's easier. It's cool. You take the piss out of whatever you want. Back in those days, you lived and died by how you sort of
high school was everything.
How you assumed you're perceived.
Yeah.
I used to make up stories just to make my perception a bit better.
Oh, I'm sure everyone, people.
When you left high
you
school
make
and
up
went to
stories?
university,
Yeah.
and like, or whether you went to a job or whatever, that was your chance to you step back, take a look at how things went in high school. It's like, right, I can be anyone, especially because no one from my school's gone here. It's like,
Yeah, it's a
clean
lucky break for you.
I still had fucking shitty dressing. I should have addressed that first. just no coordination, and that was the Hastings, and Mum sorted that out. Thank God. But
Was that?
I just looked like miniature Steve Larracy,
Oh yeah.
but with basketball shoes on.
Yeah, there's definitely a certain age you get to where
Basketball's
You know-
shoes stop being cool, and it's before university.
yeah. There's an age later on where they come back and it's fine, you don't care. But there's definitely an age where you're so how you feel day by day is totally at the mercy of anything that other people could pick on, any kind of deficiency you might have. It's going to get fucking hammered at school.
And
It's
prison.
You're probably that's probably why these days you can take the piss out of yourself, because you grow up and the piss is taken out of you, but you get through it and it's fine, and you realise that it doesn't matter if you're not fucking...
Like Tim was saying about your set of things that you're prepared for. What by the time you finish school, by the time you're 20, you can capable to handle all these things and process these things.
Well, you know
You've got
the world's not going
piss
to end if fucking...
section. Taking the piss section.
You know the world's not going to
The
end
armpit.
if you fucking get a dumb haircut or, you know...
Yeah. Get a bit of perspective.
Yeah.
Could
If you're-
end.
Eh?
Could end. But we still try and make each other feel like it would be not pretty good. It'll be like, not the end of the world, but
Nah,
Not
everyone's
fun.
pretty quick to laugh, even yourself.